Alright, so, hey, what's going on, missioners? Alright, so on Valentine's Day, or one old friend of mine's birthday, which is today, we were talking about how an Aquarius broke my heart. So this is like my release, because my 11th house is in Gemini. And part of my spiritual journey is Pisces and Saturn. And Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, which is social media. So part of my healing process is communicating through social media. My spiritual journey about what I've gone through. All right, so without getting into deep details about our friendship, my Mars is in Leo. And my rising's in Leo. So be Leo in the first house, which makes me a Leo to the world, which is in direct opposition to her Aquarius sun. So from a Mars standpoint, I move from my heart all the time. Oh, so I mean, if you serious and you trying to pay, then you gotta inbox me on that. don't inbox me with that. Don't BS if you're not trying to pay. My Mars is in. I'm dead serious. 'Cause my moon is in Cap, so I'm all about them dollars. You heard? so Mars in Leo. So I'm the direct opposite. So I operate from my heart. I don't operate no other way. I speak from my heart. I think from my heart, because Leo's organ is the heart. So when you say impulsive, it's I'm pulse. So I don't move, I don't think, I just do. And that's part of the problem. And then I have a Venus in Pisces. So untrained back in my DZs, I was a martyr, which we'll get into later. So first, this was a karmic relationship, because she was her wife in a past life, and I noticed this, and I was told this years later. She's still not able to understand it, because she's not on her own spiritual path fully. We started off fresh. I was a clean slate, and she was an experienced slate, meaning I knew nothing about the world. I was sheltered. She traveled, so she had her experience, boyfriends, relationships. Imagine 18 to 21, no friends. Still not really that way. No girlfriend. No, well, I've had one girlfriend, and she just happened to be my first kiss, my ex-Aquarius best friend. So she brought me out of my cage, aka my comfort zone. She shattered my sheltered mouth. Excuse me. My sheltered mouth was aggressive, meaning my home was the house that the place that raised my mouth, and partially me being an Aries. I tend to be. I'm very aggressive per se, and to the point where my deep inner, where it triggered, to the point where it triggered a deep inner. It triggered my. It triggered me basically, and she activated my deep inner triggers. No one made me more mad than her on the planet, and that's still the truth. No one can make me more mad than her. Nobody. We argued on the first day that we met after we had phone sex on the phone. Meaning I hanged up the phone because she became vulnerable, and I became vulnerable, and thinking that we wasn't going to talk again, and we talked again right after. I think I called her or whatever at the time. I became a confidant / financier, or the breadwinner, because I was, from recently when we spoke again, she said if we were in a relationship, you would be the breadwinner. When she was in need, which was a lot, she became a getaway or an escape from my house, from my abusive household. So my Venus is in Pisces, so Pisces rules escape. So I have fourth house, which rules the home. I have Pluto in the fourth house. So Pluto can be violent or transformative, because Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars. So because Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars, even though it's in Libra, cusp Scorpio, so because Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars, my household can be violent and somewhat of a beauty illusion. And what does that mean, a beauty illusion? Hopefully people can hear me, because there's maybe noise in the background. But a beauty illusion, meaning Libra likes beauty. Venus likes beauty. So it can paint an illusion like they're making money, and and because Libra can be very shallow, and immaturely Libra can be very shallow. It can make you think that everything's all right because they're making money, and they're fucking dying on the inside because they're unbalanced. That's what my household was like. We were making money, but our fridge was empty, or they made it look like it, because we never went a night with the lights cut off. We never went hungry all day and night, She became She showed me how to survive in the real world, because again I was sheltered, and I taught her mind was power. But she learned. She preached my message. That I was telling her for years about her mind was power after I was gone. So what that means is my presence was truly felt after I was gone. In the moment, my Leoness didn't make sense to her Aquarius understanding, or her mind at the time. So when you can't comprehend the sun, sorry. When the Leo can't when the Leo can't comprehend, when the sun, when you can't comprehend your own sunlight, the mind falters to whatever whatever is around it, or the network. So they say your network. They say your network is your net worth. So when you don't understand the sunshine, all you go around is your surroundings, who you hang around, etc., etc. So, I triggered her heart, like Leo rules the heart. I triggered her heart, with my voice. So whenever we were arguing, she would go to the hospital multiple times because we would argue. The superstar. It was the superstar and the contributor. So Aquarius and Leo. So I was more of, I wanted to shine on my own, and she was, I wanted to contribute in the world in a massive way. And at the crash of collision, meaning at rock bottom of my life, leaving my parents' house to be homeless at the time, when she felt I had nothing, she left. She left me to fend for myself. After years of me depositing in her and not really leaving, at this point in our lives, we would go in and out of our lives. We would go in and out of each other's lives because when you attract somebody opposite of your Mars, they can become your enemy very quickly. And then I was a Pisces Venus, so I became a martyr with no reward. So at the end of our friendship, I realized that I was reaping no reward because of this friendship, and it left me with no solution and nothing to show for it besides lost time and money. I regret nothing, but growth because growth happened, but it was at a high cost. Yeah, I mean, I want to say narcissistic, but that's such a harsh word. I would say because everybody has narcissistic. Everybody has narcissistic traits. So she had narcissistic traits that I wasn't aware of at the time, and because I felt like she didn't feel the need to acknowledge me until I left. And I had many of those even divorced, one for 4 years, no regrets. We all face karma. Yeah. And that's deeply true. And I don't even call it karma per se, because karma means action. So what I say is every action, because karma means action, right? So every action in yeah, I didn't know all that at the time. Action creates invites in your life. And when I left that friendship, I attracted a huge giver in my life that changed the course of my life when I was homeless and gave me a place to stay. And I'm forever indebted to her, or at least I'm forever indebted because she changed the aspect of my life from a person who couldn't give me anything, or from a person who they're full blown and not serious. Yeah, mental illness is not a joke. But she was a woman who was deeply wounded. and refused to heal. And she was the definition of a woman who would get deeply traumatized by, especially by men, and get up the next morning and go to work. So because she was that type of woman where she would be deeply traumatized in the darkest way that you can imagine, and then get up the next couple of days and go to work, I understand, because I don't have those experiences. Yes, I have an abusive background from my parents, but that's just simple chakra work and in therapy, and my life is pretty straight. She's had shit that women say I can't have normal relationships after, you know. And you know, I understand, and I can't force her to understand, but you know, I understand. I haven't had the correct. And you know, being an Aquarius, they're so mental and about status, and when you don't really have a support system or a network that really can say, hey, you need to stop and heal, hey, you need to develop yourself, hey, you need to do this, hey, you need, because I realized when I come in women's lives, I'd be the only person, like a Sagittarius that friend that I know said, I'm the only person who says peace of mind over everything. Because she says, you're the only person in my life who preaches peace of mind over everything. But I said, there's no relationship, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of sex, there's no amount of nothing. There's no amount of nothing worth your peace of mind. I don't give a fuck what that shit is. Usually, you can lose it and get something greater. Don't get it fucked up. And I'm the only one who understands it. And I was that for my ex best friend at the time. And because she abandoned me very deeply at one of the lowest points in my life. And I don't really care what her excuse is, because I'm not a person who abandons people, unless you're dangerous to me. And I understand. Do I like it? No, but I don't. I understand. So where my healing comes in is agreed. And she constantly goes back to this toxic. She constantly goes back to this toxic support system, and I had the courage to leave and not turn back. So I understand. I deeply understand, because I can't help somebody who doesn't have the courage to do what I do, because that's Leo. I'm a Leo, so I do what the fuck I want to do whenever the fuck I feel like it. Aquariuses can be, like I told my Aquarius moon best friend. I just said Aquarius moon best friend. Aquarius moon friend. I just said out loud. Anyway, I just told my Aquarius moon best friend. I told her Aquariuses are either two things. They're I appreciate it. Either they're extreme revolutionaries, or they're extreme, I need to get to the bag, get to the status, whatever. And whatever her status is, for her family gives her status. So she feels she holds it down for that. And because family is very important to her, because her moon is her Mars is in the 4th house. So family energetically is very important to her. And to me, it's not. I'm a Capricorn, so I don't give a fuck about none of that dumb shit. It's about these goals. Fuck a family. Can't help someone who don't want that. Agreed. And it took me so long to notice that. You know, a Capricorn once told me. A Capricorn once told me something when we was in a. Makes me tear up, yo. Capricorn once told me, you can't help her. She needs therapy. And I ain't listened to none of that advice. And a couple months later, he stopped talking to her. Because he was like, yo, he was tired of hearing, like, boy problems and all this other shit. And I stood 10 toes down for so many years. And giving constant devotion, mooning, my mom said, Aqua, yeah, family don't mean shit. It doesn't. Family is people who love you back. Family is frequency. Family is not people who are blood related. So, and her mom's a Libra. So, my mom's a Taurus. Ironically, they're both both Venus parents. So how I'm healing is detachment. Is the things I had to learn from Aquarius. Detachment, using social media, speak balanced relationships into existence, like saying that I want balanced relationships into existence. Believe this works. Believe me, that works. Do powerful rituals of the heart chakra. Of the heart chakra under the full moon until April, which is my birthday. Stop speaking about her existence or relevance in a way that, like, if you keep speaking about it, that means you haven't healed from it. That's why you have to kind of like dead the situation and just heal and learn the lessons. Imagine deeply my next balanced friendship with others and self. 6, never violate my agreed. Never violate self again, meaning never compromise my own, because I knew I had discipline and she did not. And this is because my moon is in Capricorn. And her moon's and she's in Aquarius. Capricorn discipline rules Saturn. So when you meet another Saturnadian, or however you fucking want to say that shit, when you meet another Saturn child with no discipline, you kind of got to stay away from them, or they'll ruin your life. Or you'll see the differences in life choices. And I deeply see that. Not to shame her, but I just see the differences in our life choices. And that's actually what I'm learning that a lot. That's what I'm gonna be doing to my birthday, like getting in a whole hyperbolic chamber and creating deep, where I step into my power. Moon, and Mercury in Virgo. Gotcha. So that means you're very service based. And I had to understand what the difference between service and slavehood. What is? Because there's a difference. Slavehood meaning you get no pay. Service always renders pay. Even if it's not monetary. So, yeah, I definitely understand. So, getting in a hyperbolic time chamber, or kind of like, I get that concept from DBZ, and stepping in the words of Ajna, just very shortly, it's going to go on my YouTube channel at Faithful. No, excuse me, take that back. At Mission Based This is not gonna go on my this mission-based astrology 101, I think, or mission-based astrology. It's gonna go on there on my YouTube. So I got this concept on DBZ, going into an isolated chamber and going through deep training. And boundary creation. And boundary creation, because enemies are real. I appreciate you watching. So 8 would be protect my secrets better, protect and also other secrets better, because I have to be a better confidant. Protect my vulnerability with others. Set my goals higher, because I believe that I wasn't focused on my goals, and that's why I poured so much energy into her. And listen more, so I can have proper discernment, so I know who's an enemy and who's not an enemy. Play your role. Yeah, I already agreed early in my life that I was gonna get therapy. But I'm more of Reiki therapy. I believe more in Reiki therapy. I don't believe in just getting therapy to get therapy, because I believe everything is energetic. So you can talk to a person for years, but if they don't understand energy, you're just talking and dumping your problems on them. I don't want somebody I can just dump my problems on, even though that's good. That's good. You need that. Because when I had a Virgo therapist, I had 2 Virgo therapist mentors, and I love them. You hear me? I love them. I love my Virgo therapists. Like, they give me that real deal. They also observe my whole life, but also they give me a grounded perspective. But I want Reiki. I want somebody who understands energy, so they can understand past, present, and future. Because sometimes a lot of stuff that you're dealing with may not even be from this lifetime, because you may be dealing with karma from this lifetime. So a lot of stuff you dealing with may be from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lifetimes ago. So, and that's what I love about them. So what I learned from the Aquarius is to play the role, script, and character according to the time. Yes, the shaman is. I'm supposed to be going into that too. But anyway, or be two-faced, because my 11th house is in Gemini. So know what face to play, because it's appropriate. Because if you show your face to everybody, the straight face that you have, the face that you are all the time, that's not always the good thing you want to do. It's not wise. We are 2 individuals, and this is something that I'm learning with my Piscean nature. Know that everybody is not me, and one thing that she said that I must never forget is I can't love everybody the way I loved her. Meaning, my love was very unconditional, and it was a large amount of love for somebody I didn't know. Meaning I opened my checkbook, my heart, mind, and spirit to someone so quickly, and I don't know them. I have that issue that I need to stop doing that. And last but not least, listen to Kevin Gates, because Kevin Gates helps me be like a thug, a spiritual man, willing to halfway shoot somebody, and be all get this money at the same time. And others, other high vibrational Aquarians, and because more than anything else, more than trauma, is to understand them. Because like the Bible says, I forgot who said, he said, if you get anything, get understanding. So if above all, get understanding. So if you still don't have understanding, you're missing the point. You feel me? Understand them obsessively, because they are my enemy sign. So just going on my YouTube, Mission Based Astrology. I think it's Mission Based Astrology 101. I forgot what it's called. But Mission Based Astrology, you should find me. Peace.